Listen, there are some crazy rituals out there, and I can't believe that some people actually participate in them. Hello everybody, and welcome back to our channel. I'm your host Emily, and today we're counting down our list of the top 10 dark demonic rituals Ed and Lorraine Warren refused to perform. Coming in at number 10 is Deal with the Devil. According to traditional Christian beliefs about witchcraft, the pact between a person and the devil or another demon, trading a soul for diabolical favors, which vary by the tale, but tend to include youth, knowledge, wealth, fame, and power. It's also believed that some people made this type of pact just as a sign of recognizing the minion as their master in exchange for nothing. Now this bargain is a dangerous one, as the price for the devil's service is the wagerer's soul. For most religions, the tale may have a bad end, with eternal damnation for the venturer. The pact can either be oral or written, and an oral pact may be made by means of invocations, conjurations, or rituals to attract the demon, and once the conjurer thinks the demon is present, they ask for the wanted favor and offer their soul in exchange, and no evidence is left of the pact. Now most people who do these types of deals are vying for fame and fortune, and there's been many stories of people selling their soul to become famous. Necronomicon Ritual. The Necronomicon is also referred to as the Book of the Dead, and is considered one of the most haunted books of all time. You can find scary figures on each page of this book, and you can contact your loved ones who are not alive. It contains the exact way to contact the dead souls, but be warned, bringing back the dead is not for the weak. Conjuring dead spirits isn't always what it seems and can end in disaster. Necronomicon has also appeared in famous series like Friday the 13th and Evil Dead series. Currently, its original copy is kept in a locker of Massachusetts Mistaudic University. Number 8. Black Mass. A cult in Mexico holds a black mass that is incredibly disturbing. Worshippers indulge in brutal animal sacrifice, dance before burning pentagrams, and disappear into a subterranean cave where solemn oaths are sworn before a large statue of the devil and a committee of shamans. Enrique Vernon organizes the annual mass at his ceremonial grounds on White Monkey Mountain to the west of the town. Our black magic stems from Native American Olmeca culture, and we are experts in calling upon the devil and his dark power, said Chief Shaman Enrique Verdon. People come to our devil summoning ceremonies when they want to achieve a change in their lives, he said. Now some come to ask Satan to give them success in the future, others come to get over their difficult past. We are calling upon Satan, the prince of the earth, to appear before us, they say in the ceremony. The sacrifice of animals for display has been outlawed in the state of Veracruz, but is nevertheless still widely practiced in the devil-worshipping communities of the rural areas where this ceremony took place. It is said that the 8 shamans gathered around each individual penitent and swore oaths to the effect that their soul now belonged to Satan, and that if their promise to the devil were not upheld, then their spirit would be forfeit. The committee of shamans screamed "Hail Lucifer" following each new oath, and prostrated themselves before the statue, over which the remaining blood from the sacrificial offerings had been poured. Number 7. The Lesser Key of Solomon. The Lesser Key of Solomon is an anonymously authored grimoire on sorcery. It was compiled in the mid-17th century, mostly from materials several centuries older. It is divided into 5 books, as it is based on the Testament of Solomon and the ring mentioned within it that he used to seal demons. The book contains passages on how to conjure spirits of the dead and demons, and how to control these entities to do your bidding. Topics like how to become invisible and locate missing or stolen items are covered. Recipes for love potions and liqueurs of persuasion are also scattered throughout the book. Now for centuries, the book has been followed by rumors that it's cursed, with a spell so dark that anyone who has a copy of the book on their shelf will face certain doom. Now the curse doesn't specify what will happen if you own a copy, but I wouldn't risk it. Those who have owned it have reported strange occurrences like pages turning on their own and books violently flying across the room. Strange whispers and shadow creatures have also been reported by owners of the manual. Number 6. Voodoo. Voodoo practices largely revolve around interactions with the Aiwa, which are spirits and incorporate song, drumming, dance, prayer, possession, and animal sacrifice. Practitioners gather together for services in which they commune with the Aiwa. Ceremonies for the particular Aiwa often coincide with the feast of the Roman Catholic saint which that Aiwa was associated with. Now the purpose of the ritual is to enshof, heat things up, thus bringing about change, whether that be to remove barriers or facilitate healing. Now, secrecy is important in Voodoo. It is an initiatory tradition operating through a system of graded induction or initiation. When an individual agrees to serve an Aiwa, it is deemed a lifelong commitment. Not to mention that Voodoo has a strong oral culture, and their teachings are primarily passed down through oral transmission. Number 5. The Book of Sacred Magic of Abramelin the Mage. Abramelin was a strange father to say the least, as he gave his young son a book full of mythical curses. Since it was translated to English in 1900, this 15th century novel has a reputation for being cursed. Now there are several theories why, but most believe it has to do with the mage's belief that everybody has their own unique personal demon. Throughout this book, readers could learn rituals that bring their personal demons under control. They could learn to perform supernatural feats using sigils of magic words on grids, but this book has a huge downside. It's believed that anyone with a copy in their possession will be haunted by spirits from another realm. They'll also experience terrible luck that will ultimately bring about their demise. Now, paranormal enthusiasts know that it's risky to reach out and communicate with the spirit world, especially when it comes to demons, so it's not surprising that readers of this book have reported bad luck and hauntings by spirits from another realm. Number 4. The Grand Grimoire. The Grand Grimoire, nicknamed the Gospel of Satan, isn't really a book I'd want to read. Now this book is said to be written by a man possessed by the devil. The 16th century book is known as one of the most terrifying occult books in existence. It contains dark incantations and instructions on how to summon demons and raise spirits from the dead. The last part may sound appealing to those who are grieving or suffering from loss, but this book's dark reputation makes it one of the most feared medieval manuscripts of all time. Even opening the book is considered the equivalent to selling your soul to the devil. Thankfully, the Grand Grimoire is not available for purchase due to this, and I mean, who would even want to buy that? It's said that the original copy is currently kept in the Vatican secret archives and not currently available to the public, and I think that is a good call. Number 3. Soul transfers. People who have done the soul transfer ritual claim that performing the ritual will send one's consciousness into the nexus of possibility. This nexus is said to neither bend to time nor space. While here, a person can view their life as if every possible decision they ever made turned out for the better. One would be able to gaze into their own personal heaven, and for 24 hours, or roughly 30 minutes when it's translated into real world's time, the ritual performer will live in this paradise. However, while this ritual isn't incredibly complicated, the chance that it could go horribly wrong is significant. It's said that although your consciousness is somewhere else, your body can still move and vocalize in the normal world. While normally this is only minor shifting and grunts, some people who have done this ritual have been known to scream, get up from their chair, drop a mirror in their hand, and actually talk to guards outside of their door. It's said that you may do this ritual as many times as you wish, however, once is usually enough. Number 2. Hoodoo. It's important to note that Hoodoo is a closed practice, but nevertheless, they have one ritual called the bottle tree. According to gardener and glass bottle researcher Felder Rushing, the use of bottle trees came to the Old South from Africa with the slave trade. The use of blue bottles is linked to the Haint Blue spirit specifically. Now, according to academic research, bottle trees originated in the Congo region of Central Africa. African-descended people in the African diaspora decorated trees with bottles, plates, pieces of broken pots, and other items to drive away evil. Now, this practice was brought to the United States during the transatlantic slave trade. The purpose of bottle trees is to protect a home or location from evil spirits by trapping evil spirits inside the bottles. The spirits are said to be attracted to the sunlight that is seen flickering inside the bottle. As the sunlight passes through it, the spirit is trapped in the bottle and banished with sunlight. Sometimes items such as stones or graveyard dirt are placed inside the bottle to further attract the spirit to the bottle in order to trap it. And coming in at number 1 is human sacrifice. Human sacrifice is the act of ending the life of one or more humans as part of a ritual. Now you may think this is all made up, but it actually happens. In 1963, a small cult in Nuevo Leon, Mexico, founded by two brothers Santos and Caetano Hernandez, committed between 8 and 12 homicides during bloody rituals that included drinking human blood. Now the cult was initially a scam to obtain money and sexual favors, but after a prostitute entered the organization, she inaugurated human sacrifices inspired by ancient Aztec rituals as a method to control disciples. Then in the 1980s, another case of serial slayings that involved human sacrifice rituals occurred in Mexico. The drug dealer and cult leader Adolfo Constanzo orchestrated several executions during rituals that included the victim's dismemberment. This included having their brains removed and boiled in a pot, wire inserted through their spinal column, amputation at the knees, and buried at their ranch. In total, there were 15 victims. Adolfo told his followers that human sacrifice granted them immunity from law enforcement for their drug smuggling operations. Now, Adolfo and the rest of the cult went on the run when detectives discovered their shrine. Now, there have also been other cases of suspected human sacrifices in the 21st century. Well, that's all for our list of the top 10 dark demonic rituals Ed and Lorraine Warren refused to perform. Which ritual do you think is the scariest? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'm your host Emily, and we'll see you next time. Peace.